Okay, so here's an interesting one. This is Chronopolis. This is an experimental stop motion science fiction film directed by Polish animator Piotr Komler. Yeah. Again, sorry if I'm butchering the name. So let's see. I guess this is mostly claymation. It was made in, well, both France and Poland. And yeah, it's definitely one of those experimental avant garde type movies where, well, a lot of stuff is, in terms of like storytelling and stuff, is very vague, and there's a lot of, you know, uh, vague themes that I guess you got to interpret. So yeah. Otherwise, there's no dialogue in the movie. There is like an opening, you know, crawl intro that kind of tells you a little bit about the city of Chronopolis, and but first of all, it's in I think French or Polish, whatever it is. I don't understand it. But yeah, I got the translation of the crawl, and it doesn't explain a whole lot of what I haven't been able to at least try to interpret from the visuals. But anyway, yeah, basically it's about this mystic city run by these giant immortal stone creatures or whatever. They're apparently immortals. And I guess one day they get bored and they create various things and creatures with their powers or whatever. And, one of them is this plain old ball of clay that bounces around, and yeah, I guess there's some commentary regarding creation and maybe some what's the word? Subtext regarding like the story of creation, the book of Genesis, etc. But anyway, I guess they're the way the city of Chronopolis works is, they have a bunch of machines that help them out, and I guess the machines are helped, or what helps run the machines are their little slaves that, yeah, the movie literally starts with like a bunch of, faceless drones basically that are doing a bunch of vague work that I guess helps run the city, and yeah. And mind you, I am trying to interpret this best I can, based on, because you can barely, yeah, you're gonna be pretty hard pressed to figure out what exactly is going on, but yeah. But yeah, somewhere along the way, one of the slaves falls off the wire that all the slaves are working on, and I guess he becomes independent, and then he meets with the ball of clay, and I guess they become friends, and yeah. And yeah, I guess the main conflict is them kind of defecting from these immortals, so yeah. Anyway, I guess that's as far as I'll go in terms of recapping the story. It's, it's a lot to take in. It can be difficult to figure out. Obviously, this isn't the first movie I've looked at that, you know, that works like this. There's been a few of these avant-garde type movies before. But, even while you're having a hard time figuring out what's going on, you'll at least be momentarily mesmerized by, the visuals. Um, I think this was done with clay, or I know there was at least some clay involved. But yeah, pretty much all of it looked like it was probably done with clay. Or I don't know, maybe there were some puppets made with whatever. Anyway, I mean, it is interesting to watch, at least for a little while. I think after a while the novelty kind of wears off. But yeah, I still think this is a very interesting movie. And, if you're into these kinds of movies, these kinds of experimental films, avant-garde, claymation, stop motion, if you're into that kind of stuff, yeah, I would definitely say check this one out. I do personally think it probably would have done better maybe as like a short, instead of a 52-minute movie. Yeah, this is another rather short one, but, obviously there's so little to go off of that, it's... I mean, I think it was originally a little longer, but they cut some scenes out. And yeah, it's pretty slow and plotting. Yeah, I think this probably would have been better as a short. But, even as it is, it's pretty fascinating. I admire what they put into it. Obviously, it took a lot of work to animate this. Yeah, it was interesting. I didn't love it, but yeah, it was interesting. So, I guess as it is, I'll go ahead and give this movie a 7 out of 10. And, yeah, again, I recommend it if you're into any of the kinds of themes that I discussed here. You might somewhat get a gist of what's going on or what the movie's trying to convey. Maybe. Or you'll be hella confused. One of those two, I'm sure. And yeah, I guess I can't think of much else to say, but as usual, if there's anything I feel I need to add, I'll put it in the comments, and I guess I'll leave it at that for now. Mash it and smash it, signing off.